You're ready. It's showtime, my friends. Good luck.
Heaven on Earth, otherwise known as San Diego Comic-Con 2022, would see Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige once again utterly steal the weekend with their Hall H panel.
We've talked about the future. Now it's time to talk about forever.
Showing Marvel Cinematic Universe fans what to expect as we approach the end of Phase 4, we also had our minds melted with the official announcement of Phase 5 in its entirety, including the beginning and end of Phase 6, with both a variety of films and series announced and confirmed, all contributing to the now 15-year-long storyline being told inside the MCU. Phase 5 is sure to deliver universe-altering events and characters. Focusing the last few years on introducing and expanding the multiverse, variants, and the imminent arrival of Kang the Conqueror as our next Thanos-level threat, it's safe to say some incredible things are in store for Phase 5. Join us as we take a look at every film and series that has been revealed for Phase 5, and let speculation, as well as some research, run wild in this video. Here are the biggest things that could happen in Phase 5 of the MCU.
Better hurry! Timeline's already branching.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm just suggesting we think about it.
Going chronologically, in the same order Phase 5 will play out, we start off our video discussing the trilogy in the Ant-Man franchise, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This will also be the first time we see Jonathan Majors' portrayal of Kang the Conqueror as a proper supervillain inside the MCU. Much like what happened in the Infinity Saga, Ant-Man and the Wasp will surely be the ones to warn and relay the knowledge and go-ons of the quantum realm to the Avengers. With Kang not only understanding how to navigate the quantum realm and time travel, he will also have to be able to demonstrate his physicality as he tussles with Lang and the Van Dynes in this film. In order to really get the point across to moviegoers of just how big a threat Kang really is, I predict he will end Ant-Man in the Earth 616 universe altogether. In what would be the ultimate sacrifice from Scott Lang in battling with Kang to the bitter end, it would certainly send the message to the rest of the Avengers that Kang is serious and not messing around. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has an official release date of May 6, 2023, and has been confirmed by director James Gunn as the last time we will see the original cinematic lineup of the cosmic cast. With Groot receiving a spin-off series of animated shorts, Drax actor Dave Bautista feeling he's aged out of the role, and rumors of Chris Pratt's Star-Lord biting the proverbial dust in the upcoming film, fans are left with a plethora of questions pertaining to the continuation of the team. Our last encounter with Zoe Saldana's Gamora inside the MCU was during What If, as a member of the Guardians of the Multiverse.
Not you, Stark. You, Gamora, have been chosen.
Although relevant, we aren't talking about that variant of Gamora. Rather, after being sacrificed by her stepfather Thanos in Avengers Infinity War and returning as a variant from the past to help defeat the Mad Titan during Avengers Endgame, the Gamora we have come to know during the Infinity Saga has seemingly taken off into the vastness of the universe. On a quest to find Gamora in hopes of rekindling the love they once shared, Star-Lord aka Peter Quill has shown he is reckless and willing to do anything for the betterment of Gamora. I predict he will do just that in the third installment of the Guardians franchise. Perhaps in an act of desperation, Quill will sacrifice himself to save Gamora's life, proving the true nature of his love and enabling her to realize the importance of the remaining Guardians, whom Quill also cares for deeply. A high-level fighter with heroic and leadership qualities, not to mention being raised and trained by Thanos from an infant, Gamora is more than capable of leading any misfit ragtag super team. As for who the other members of the Guardians will be moving forward, we do know that Adam Warlock is confirmed in the MCU, and would be a good candidate. Not to mention the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, slated for Disney Plus this Christmas, which might introduce some new characters that could join the roster. Who would you like to see join the Guardians of the Galaxy during Phase 5? Let us know in the comments. Echo, introduced in the MCU during the Hawkeye series, is set for her own series come the summer of 2023, expanding further upon what was initially the Netflix Marvel Universe, which has been all but confirmed as MCU canon. Hawkeye also reintroduced us to Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, explaining his deep-rooted ties to Echo as well. On top of these revelations, Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock had a scene-stealing moment in Spider-Man No Way Home, and will not only re-emerge once more in Phase 4 during She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, but also in his own new series during Phase 5, Daredevil Born Again. Although Echo is not a Defender in the comic books, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have been known to slightly alter backstories to better fit the tales they are trying to tell on screen. Because of this, I would not be surprised if Phase 5 uses its TV series to build towards a revamped Defenders team-up in the MCU. Even though the initial season of The Defenders on Netflix was not received well, as it centered mainly around themes introduced in the also ill-received Iron Fist series, there remains hope for a Defenders soft reboot in the near future. Colleen Wing actor Jessica Henwick, has revealed that she had turned down a role in Shang-Chi for fear it would mean the Colleen character would be done inside of the MCU. Furthermore, rumors have been circulating online that both Jessica Jones and Luke Cage could possibly appear during Phase 5 at some point too. Not to mention the potential for variants exists as well. Echo would be the perfect vehicle to plant seeds for another iteration of the Defenders, provided they figure out what to do with Iron Fist. Would you recast Danny Rand, or would you stick with Finn Jones? Slated for a summer 2023 release, Tom Hiddleston will return as Loki once again during Phase 5, presumably facing off with Kang the Conqueror in Loki Season 2. Loki will have to try and explain to Agent Mobius that the TVA is a sham and he who remains is ultimately a time-traveling supervillain. Easy enough, with Loki and his female counterpart Sylvie, played by Sophia DiMartino, being the only two with recollection of the events of Season 1 and Kang's imminent threats of multiversal destruction, Loki will surely be on the offensive, and fast. One way he may try to provoke this new and probably more lethal variant of He Who Remains is by attacking and destroying the TVA from the inside out. A seemingly inconsequential organization we have yet to see in any other MCU film or series. It would serve Loki well to convince his old but new constituents of the truth behind their corrupted leader and his vocations. To take the insanity that is Loki one step further, perhaps we meet a Sylvie variant who aligns with Kang in Season 2. Being a trickster god herself, what's to say Loki couldn't save Sylvie, who turns out to not be the Sylvie he thought he knew? An ironic taste of his own medicine. Perhaps a version of Sylvie that is cultivated by Ravonna Renslayer somehow, beginning to express her love for Kang as seen in the comic books. Very little is known about the second season of Loki as of now, but its implications will surely be pivotal to the outcome of Phases 5 and 6. As of now, virtually nothing is known about the plot of The Marvels, set to release July 2023, other than what little hints were given to us during the post-credits scene of Ms. Marvel's Season 1 finale. Evidently, something cosmic connects Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, and Ms. Marvel, played by Iman Vellani, causing them to switch places through some sort of instant transmission. Presumably, the same forces also bind Monica Rambeau, played by Tiona Paris, with the other two aforementioned heroes, therefore rendering all three susceptible to swapping places come the Marvels film. Though purely speculative, my prediction is the Marvels film picks up right where the Ms. Marvel series left off, following Captain Marvel as she searches for a vulnerable and lost Ms. Marvel. I also predict we will come across a fully powered Monica Rambeau, who has been hiding out and training her abilities, with Nick Fury at the peak as an agent of S.W.O.R.D. Fury knew Monica, aka Spectrum, as a child, and also knew her mother Maria, aka Photon. Perhaps the three Marvels discover that as long as their powers exist within the same universe, they are destined to cause havoc and create unhealthy ripples in time and space, forcing each of them to choose a new universal home moving forward. Again, this entry being based entirely on speculation, I would like to see your theories and predictions for the Marvels in Phase 5 in the comments section below. Our first look at teenage super genius Riri Williams has come in the form of two brief but impactful cameos in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. Slated for a fall 2023 release, IRONHEART will feature Dominique Thorne's portrayal of the titular Iron Man-inspired superhero. Seemingly one of the exceptional students found in America, through Wakanda's outreach programs we saw initiated at the end of the first Black Panther film, the trailer for the sequel shows Riri looking very friendly with Shuri already. We even see Riri hammering a little heart out of iron, because her name is Ironheart. Get it? All kidding aside, it looks as though our future Ironheart has already wrapped her hands and mind around Wakandan technology. Although absolutely nothing is known yet about this Phase 5 series, aside from names of actors cast in mysterious roles, my early prediction is we will see Riri don the metal mantle before her Disney Plus series even begins. With everything needed to seamlessly tell a straightforward origin story during Black Panther 2, without taking anything away from the origin story of the new Black Panther themselves, Wakanda Forever could intertwine the two tales and tell them simultaneously with ease. This would allow the Ironheart series to thrust Riri into action right away and give us further background details through flashback. This is where we could possibly see an interaction between Tony Stark and Riri from the past. Perhaps we will bear witness to the motivational event that propelled Riri into heroics, both figuratively and literally. Although most fans are skeptical that they'll ever see Robert Downey Jr. reprise his iconic role as Tony Stark inside the MCU again, I remain optimistic. If there were ever a time or place to revisit Iron Man once more, where else would be more appropriate than during Phase 5 in his own legacy character series? Do you think we will ever see RDJ suit up again? Kathryn Hahn's Emmy Award-winning performance as Agatha Harkness in WandaVision has earned her her own leading series inside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With the recently updated title from Agatha House of Harkness to Agatha Coven of Chaos, we still don't know anything at all about the upcoming Disney Plus spin-off. Set to release in either winter 2023 or winter 2024, and confirmed to be a dark comedy, a lot of fans assume the new title may be alluding to a prequel story set around 1692 during the Salem witch trials. If this were the case, we will more than likely see Agatha and a murder of other witches, who have all studied the Darkhold, creating mischief and dabbling in darkness. Looking at it another way, however, Coven of Chaos may be setting up a sequel story to Doctor Strange 2, catching up with Agatha in the present. If this were the case, knowing that the Darkhold has allegedly been destroyed in every universe by the end of Multiverse of Madness, perhaps Agatha is putting together a new coven of witches, teaching them the knowledge she's retained from the Darkhold, firsthand. Perhaps in practicing chaos magic without the book to guide them, somehow Agatha or one of her inexperienced pupils triggers and awakens an ancient evil in the elder god CHTHON. In the comics, CHTHON created chaos magic and wrote his spells out on scrolls that were then transcribed into the Darkhold by a powerful sorceress called Morgan Le Fay. We did see a version of Morgan Le Fay in the Runaways series, but that show remains canonically questionable in relation to the Earth-616 universe. Could Agatha unleash the god of chaos CHTHON, becoming the catalyst for new Spirits of Vengeance-like team? Would you want to see Ghost Rider and Blade alongside Agatha in Phase 5? I would. Once again, based loosely off of events from the comic books, the fourth installment in the Captain America franchise will go under the pseudonym New World Order. Guaranteed to be riddled with conspiracy and mystery, it is unclear if the Winter Soldier will have Cap's back in this film. Formerly the Falcon and now Captain America, Sam Wilson is destined to uncover yet more secret and nefarious HYDRA plans hidden right underneath everyone's noses for a century. In the comic books, Red Skull returns and creates a secret supervillain organization called the New World Order. With his sights set on world domination once again and hidden deep in the Amazonian jungle, it is actually the Incredible Hulk who initially investigates the NWO before being assaulted and captured by the Juggernaut. Although very unlikely that the Red Skull returns to lead the New World Order, and even more unlikely that Juggernaut is involved in any way, at least at this point in the MCU, I still predict the connections to HYDRA will be in play. Without analyzing too deeply, it's safe to say that Cap will be faced with a group of villains to battle with. Also, a team-up or rescue mission involving the Hulk is not entirely off the table either. Set to release in May 2024, there is plenty of time between now and then to once again plant seeds of HYDRA, or the NWO, leading up to the next Captain America film. You have to imagine that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have also drawn inspiration from Sam Wilson's first adventures as Captain America within the comics as well. It's quite possible the NWO is a team of Inhumans or mutants created to assist Kang throughout Phase 5. Do you think the Red Skull will return, or is HYDRA officially gone for good? Announced before the unfortunate passing of legendary Thunderbolt Ross actor William Hurt, the Thunderbolts are an anti-hero group of vigilantes and mercenaries that we have seen slowly come together during Phases 3 and 4. With the official release date announced for July 26, 2024, and having seen a handful of the personnel that will eventually shape the Thunderbolts faction, don't be surprised if we see the likes of Johnny Walker's secret agent return, as well as others during the course of Phase 5. Now that Thunderbolt Ross is no longer a factor in putting the Suicide Squad-esque team together, certainly Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, will step up as more than just a recruiter for the group, becoming its official leader. One character we haven't seen the likes of since the Incredible Hulk film, Betty Ross, daughter of Thunderbolt Ross and original love interest of the Hulk, in the comic books takes after her father in more than just name. Thunderbolt Ross, after years of despising Bruce Banner's Hulk, acquires the ability to become the infamous Red Hulk himself. Fans, upset that we may never have the chance to see this character on screen inside of the MCU, should be delighted to discover that his daughter shares the same colorful and unique ability. With She-Hulk placed as the second to last stop for Phase 4, and the Thunderbolts set for the tail end of Phase 5, I will not be surprised when we see Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk duke it out with her cousin's former lover, the Red She-Hulk. This is also why they will keep the name Thunderbolts, paying homage to Betty's late father. Perhaps she will grow to resent Earth's mightiest heroes as much as her daddy did as well. We finish off our list with the officially confirmed first stop in Phase 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The long-awaited Fantastic Four film, set for November 2024, is highly anticipated and, as I said before, kicks off Phase 6 with a ginormous radioactive bang. You may be wondering why the first step in Phase 6 would be included on this Phase 5 list. And the answer to that would be simple. We will meet the Cosmic Quartet in full before their solo movie comes to fruition. The only tidbit of possible information available to viewers in regards to Marvel's first family inside the MCU comes from the Doctor Strange sequel, in which we meet John Krasinski's Reed Richards. Although dispatched quickly and easily, this iteration of Mr. Fantastic was one of many variants that exist throughout the multiverse. Plus, with Reed's relation to Nathaniel Richards, aka Kang the Conqueror, who has also made his existence in the multiverse known, I have a feeling we will at least see the Fantastic Four sooner rather than later in Phase 5. Although no variants of Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, or Ben Grimm have been revealed yet, and with no word on casting or storyline set to accompany the film, all we can do is speculate on what could possibly happen leading into Phase 6. What can be guaranteed, however, is wherever the Fantastic Four appear, Doctor Doom is sure to follow. With the Fantastic Four movie being on the forefront of the docket, I would bet my last dollar that we get our first big Fantastic Four reveal during the post-credit scene of the Thunderbolts, beginning Phase 6 the same way we end Phase 5. Now, we want to know what you think. Did we miss out on any key details that could possibly reveal anything else about Phase 5 events? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and be sure to check in on our channel for more Kang conquering comic content.